I'm going in deep. Welcome back again, folks, to the show. Here you see I have this thing set on 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Water boils at 212 degrees. And I got my hose rigged up here. There's the great almighty pin. Got a big old hair on the end of it. There you go. Nice and clean pin now. And just waiting on the water to get up. Right now it's 195 degrees. 191, 196. So we get up to about 212 and it should start to boil. Now here, I had one of these jigs one time I made, and I don't know what this shit ever happened to the thing, but it's gone. But anyway, because this guitar's got a cutout here, cutaway, I had to put a piece of wood in there. We've got a little piece of leather, actually a pretty good sized piece of leather, between that block of wood and the guitar. Went ahead, pulled the fret. Well, you saw that in the other video. Pulled the fret. I went ahead and drilled these two holes here, and I felt them fall into the neck pocket. I felt the drill fall into it. This is good. I was worried about that because by this being a homemade guitar, I wasn't sure what they did inside of there. But the neck pocket was there, and I felt the bit fall into it in both holes, and I drilled down almost to the bottom of the joint. I got a piece of leather here on the heel and a block of wood right there, as you can see, just so it doesn't mar up the heel cap itself. So anyways, when we get up to 212 degrees here with this device, I'm going to inject that steam into one of these holes. Hopefully it'll come out the other, and inject it in the other, and hopefully it'll come out the one. Got towels inside of there. I don't know how well you can see the rags, but they're in there, just to help absorb whatever moisture or water might leak inside as we steam this thing apart here. So I'm going to wait for the water to heat up, and I've got everything set here, as you can see. That's all ready to go. Like I say, I got a little piece of leather there, and got the thing centered up well in the middle of the heel. And we're all ready to rock and roll here. Just as soon as the water gets hot, we're going to lay into it. Got my phone out here. I want to steam it about 60 seconds to start with, just to start with, and then check it and see if it loosened up or if anything's happening. So I got to go. We're getting close to 212 degrees, so let's get ready to do it. Let's do it. Y'all can go ahead and laugh at my little mittens if you want. Now, I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to show you, but hopefully you'll get a good laugh out of it. Got a little steam down this other side here. It's been steaming about 55 seconds right now. Check the pressure, it's good. There's a little bit down this other side now if we can. Yeah boy, she's gurgling. See a little bit of water oozing out of this side. Yeah, it's hot. it's definitely swelling up. Okay. Let's get this bucket over here and let's see if we've made any headway whatsoever. Yeah, man. Check that out. That's the way the neck should come off. Very much clean. Very clean, if you can see that. I'm going to get a, I see a lot of wood putty. Look at this too. It's busted right there. You can see that or not. Looks like someone's tried to fix that some way. I'm going to get a wood chisel out here and chisel some of that old glue off of there while this is still wet, while it's still soft. And I'll bring you back for that. And we'll talk about it a little bit more. Hold on. I got so many things going here, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Hold on, let me get my shit together. There's shims in here. I want to leave those shims. I'm just scraping the old glue away while it's still plenty soft enough right now to get it out. See that? Lots of old rubbery like glue inside of there, and we'll get all that out of there that we can get out while it's soft and, you know, easy to maneuver. And like I say, now we can't do anything else to this guitar, man. It's just going to have to sit for like at least a week, maybe even 2 weeks, and let all this dry out. You know, just let it all dry out good. And then, once it's dried out, we can start refitting the neck back on here at the right angle, the proper angle. It was not right. We do have some problems. I'm going to show you in a minute with that, with the joint itself. I don't know if you saw that come off or not. There's a whole big strip of it that came loose. There you go. A couple of them, in fact. Here's a couple of strips that came off of it. Just old glue that has gotten very soft with that steam. Steam does the trick, I'm telling you. If it's you know, if it's a white glue or glue that responds to heat, rather. Just exactly yet, but oh, that got it. That's about as good as I need to get this for right now. You're probably not enjoying this show very much. You probably can't see shit, for one thing. Anyways, I'll get the camera and bring it over here and let you have a look for yourself. So hold on for that. Oh yes, it's a good little steam machine. Good. So here's a look at the inside the dovetail, and you can see the strips right here. I think you can see that. There's one on each side. They've shimmed it up. I don't know if you can see that or not with the... Yeah, you can see it okay, I think. Got most of the glue out of there, the biggest part of it. Like I say, all that's wet right now, really, really wet, and it just needs to dry out good. There's no way you can go fitting a joint up like that, and the thing swelled up and wet and swelled like it is. Now here's the problem. I got to clean some of this glue off here and here, some of that old glue and down around here. But check this out. Look at that, man. I mean, she let go at some time in time. Looks like it might have broken here once before and been glued back. And possibly here on the end. Here's the other side of the tenon. And this all came off pretty clean. Looks good. You can see here on the guitar where it didn't remove any wood whatsoever. None. But it did miss that pocket a little bit. Here you can see where my drill holes went into. And they should have actually went right in between this wood here and this wood here. It missed it a little bit. That's obviously something to do or different with the homemade guitar. That's not normal. Normally when you pull the first fret past the body out, drill straight down as I did, and you'll drill right into that pocket between this wood and this wood when it's together. There's a tiny little gap usually there, and you drill right into that, and that's where the steam goes. But the steam went oh, it got in there, obviously. I don't know how exactly, but it did, because it worked. And that came right off. I'd scrape this off a little bit. Make that look a little bit better in that. But I don't know about that tenon, man. You can see there it's pretty rugged looking. That looks like a cut right there. That might have been where my drill bit. It's possible where one of the drill holes went. I bet that's what that is. That's where how the steam got in. Yeah. See, I got to get this old glue off right there, and there, and here, and down here, and there. All that old glue's got to come off there. In fact, I need to do that really soon before this gets much cooler. But kind of disappointed in the looks of that. Of course, I can shim that up and glue it and fill it and take care of it, but still, it just would be better if that wasn't there. It was been there. I mean, the neck was installed onto the guitar like that, with that way, and now obviously it held and held well. So we can fix it. It's no problem. I just you know, feel a lot better if it wasn't cracked up like that. The rest of the thing looks pretty good. Probably has some kind of steel reinforcement, a T-bar or something in here, I'm assuming. But hold on, let me set the camera back up here and get this glue off of here before it gets any harder. This is some of the glue I was talking about right here. Right there, see that? I don't want to change the way the dovetail fits, do anything to jeopardize that. This side's pretty well clean. There's a little bit, but we got to remove a whole bunch of material from this anyway, so no problems there with that. Right in this very corner right here, see that? There looks like a bunch of putty or some kind of crap in there to me. I don't know what that is. Bondo. It looks like Bondo, baby. Somebody's Bondoed the thing. Yeah, these old guitars like this old, homemade, and you know, you never know what you're going to find, man. We could have found a golden ring in there. As far as that goes, there's some good glue removal. I hope we're still in the camera. Yes, we are. Very important you get this old glue off of here before you ever go trying to glue the neck back on it, because that old glue, you know, it already did its job. It's time for it to move on and let the new glue in. Yeah, I don't know what to make about that thing being cracked. You know, now that I look at this, check this out. You see where the... Yeah, let me get my bearings here a little bit. Right here's the crack, okay? Right there is the crack. See that? See them? Now if you turn that around and look, right here the crack is. I'm trying to keep in the camera. Turn it around like this, that crack comes over. It looks like this whole entire part right here. If you can see that, it's darker. Someone may have cut that out and inserted it into this neck. That's sure what it looks like if you're seeing the same thing I am. And that's where all that Bondo work is that I'm seeing here. See, there's a lot of Bondo down in this corner down in here. You see it? And this piece of wood is a different color, right where the crack is. Right there's where the crack starts, and that's where the color difference begins. Someone has touched up the tenon in this thing. They really touched that up, done some work there to it. And I see some more glue that's got to come off right up against the, right here. Yeah, man. See that? See all that old glue? I should put this thing in a vise probably and clamp the neck down so I can work on it, but I just want to get the old glue off of it right now. I will clamp it down when we start fitting the thing in and doing the final adjustments. But that's a long ways off. I mean, like I said, this thing got to dry out at least 1 week, and I think maybe I'll safely give it 2 weeks just to dry out before we start fitting the thing up, because you know, once it goes back together, it's hopefully going to stay together for many years to come, and it's going to do it right, you know, while we got it apart. That is a weird looking, some weird things have gone on here inside this dovetail joint. Very much weird. That is really strange. Let me show you something else too. Okay, here we are again. Here's the crack in the tenon right there. See them? You can see the wood changes color right there, all the way up to right here. And it goes back to the old wood again. You can see all this is a different color. Strange enough, there's a cut right here. I thought my drill bit may have did this. I thought. Yeah, I'm still kind of thinking that's what it was. This is probably, if you can see that, I can't see the camera for shit. I think you can see that right there. And I'm pretty sure that's where my drill bit came in, and I'm pretty sure that's the only place that allowed steam to get into this thing enough to break it loose. Because like I say, on the guitar, I drilled under the 13th fret in this case, since this has got a 12 fret body joint. Went 1 fret past the body, drilled in, straight down. Right there is really where the bit should have came in at. Not at an angle like that and then popped through there. But it's okay that it did do that, because it probably wouldn't have heated the glue up right if it had not got steam inside of here. So it worked out okay, but I just hate to see that crack like that. I'm going to glue this all up later after the thing dries out. And so there you go, folks. Neck reset is underway. And like I say, we're just going to lay this baby up now, let it dry out for at the very least 1 week. And you know, because you can't, like I started to say, I don't know if I ever really said it all or not, when you put the steam in there like that, all that heat and steam going in here on this bare wood that's unprotected, that wood absorbs a lot of that, and that causes the wood to swell up. It causes it to get bigger. And this wood is really, really dry here. I can tell, because I never had any water at all right inside the guitar. I mean, I could bring a light over here and show you, but there's just no sign of any water whatsoever. None. I mean, zero, none getting inside. No water got inside of the body at all. So, you know, a lot of steam, a lot of water went somewhere. Where did it go? Well, it went into this bare, unprotected wood. Right down into the joint. That's where it went. So, like I say, we got to set this guitar aside and give it about a week. I'll come back and check it. And once I'm satisfied that it's dried out enough, we will start to fit the neck on it in its new angle. And progress forward from there. In between now and that point, like I mentioned before, I'll probably start on that Blue Ridge guitar because, you know, there's no need just sitting and waiting on this one to dry out when I could be fixing it. Now this guitar came in ahead of the Blue Ridge, but there, like I say, I'm held up on this one right now. You know, I'm held up on it. There's nothing I can really do until this wood dries out. You don't want to put that thing together and the wood swelled up and fat, and then it dry out after you put it together and the glue sets up and all that jazz. You don't want that to happen. That is not good. You never want to do that. So the wood needs to dry out for a week, maybe 2 weeks even. Today is, well, it's St. Patrick's Day. That's why I got on so much green. Actually, I think yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I can't remember too good. In the meantime, we'll work on the Blue Ridge. I have no idea. I got to get with the owner of that guitar because I really never expected to work on it this fast, this soon. So I'll get with him, find out exactly what he wants to do to it. He mentioned something about it getting out of sync as you go up the neck this way. Now, I don't know if he meant intonation was out or tonal qualities. I don't know. I have to get with him and find out what he meant by being out of sync. See exactly what he wants me to do to that guitar. I know it's going to need setup and all that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be next. And then this guitar, you will be seeing it again. It'll be a ways down the road. As soon as it dries out and I'm able to start work on it, I will. And I'll bring you along for the ride. Thanks for watching, folks. Cheers to you. And I'll see you then. Hold on. Ooh, the boogity bop. Why believe in miracles since you came along, you sexy thing, you sexy thing, you sexy thing.